Hey everybody, Jamie here. So you all responded so well to my DIY apple cups with Ashley Adams that I thought I'd add another DIY to the Thanksgiving table. And since we already have drinks covered with the apple cups and the entree covered with turkey, how about we do a really standout dessert? So get ready because this week I'm going to show you how to make some sugar snowflake cupcakes. Let's do it, girl. You're going to need a couple of basic supplies for your cupcakes, such as cupcake tins and cupcake liners, oven mitts, a few bowls, dry and liquid measuring tools, and a mixer. What? You don't have a mixer? Me neither. I'm just going to be using a whisk and these guns. We'll see how we do. For your cupcake batter, which will give you about 12 cupcakes, you're going to need 6 tablespoons cocoa baking powder, 2 teaspoons distilled white vinegar, 2 eggs, 1½ cups of all-purpose flour, vegetable oil and sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and baking soda, a ½ teaspoon of salt and baking powder, and a ½ cup of buttermilk. You got all that? Now this recipe is for chocolate cupcakes, but if you want vanilla cupcakes, all you have to do is exclude cocoa from the recipe and then add just a teaspoon or 2 of vanilla extract. However, if you're like me and you want to make things even chocolatier, then grab 2 ounces of semi-sweet baking chocolate along with a stick of unsalted butter. And in order to make the sugar snowflakes, you're going to need 1 cup of sugar, a teaspoon to add water, food coloring, which is optional, wax paper, a seal-tight container, and any type of shaping template. This can range from a snowflake mold like this one to anything that you can find around the house for cutting out sugar shapes, like the rim of a glass or a bottle cap. Finally, for your white frosting, you're going to need white frosting. And that's it. At least that one's simple. If you're like me, you can grab some food coloring like royal blue in order to dye your frosting. But frosting is the last step, so first things first. Step 1. Since this step takes the longest, let's start by making your sugar snowflakes. Start with a cup of sugar in your seal-tight container. If you wanted colored sugared snowflakes, add a few drops of your coloring to the mixture and shake it like crazy until the color sets in place. Now, whether you've used food coloring or not, slowly add water to your sugar 1/2 teaspoon at a time and shake, shake, shake until your sugar becomes the texture of wet sand. Move your sugar mixture onto your wax paper and flatten it out using the bottom of your measuring cup. Grab your cutting template, press it into your sugar mixture, and then carefully slide it away from the rest of your sugar. Lift your template and let the sugar design drop onto your paper. Don't get frustrated if your sugar breaks or sticks to the template. That's bound to happen. Just take your time and keep at it until you've got as many pieces as you do cupcakes. Leave them all on your wax paper for at least an hour in order to harden. Step 2. Once your decorations are ready and set, it's time to go and make your cupcakes. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. In one bowl, prep your dry ingredients: flour, sugar, cocoa, baking soda, baking powder, and salt. In another bowl, mix your liquid ingredients. Start with your eggs and then add in vegetable oil, buttermilk, vanilla, and distilled white vinegar. For those chocolate lovers, microwave your semi-sweet chocolate and stick of butter for 20-second increments until fully melted. If you don't want to use a microwave, you can just heat up these ingredients on the stovetop too. Combine your liquid and dry ingredients into one bowl, add your melted chocolate, and mix everything together until you get a nice creamy dough. Step 3. Let's bake that cupcake. Add your liners to your cupcake tin and then fill up each one with your batter. Don't go any more than 2/3 of the way full because the dough will rise as it's baking. Leave in the oven for about 15 to 20 minutes. Test your batter to see if it's done and then remove your tray from the oven to let it cool. The last step is to combine your efforts by putting all of your homemade concoctions together. Like I said, I'm going to mix a few drops of food coloring into my white frosting first. Either way, spread your frosting on top of your now cooled cupcakes. Then press in your sugar snowflakes. If they're not sticking the way you want them to, go ahead and apply a tiny amount of frosting to the back of the snowflake to act like a glue. And there you go, a perfect dessert for Thanksgiving as well as for the entire winter season. How did your snowflake cupcakes turn out? Tweet me at Jamie Petito, Instagram me at HeyJamie, or just tell me all about it in the comments below. We did it, girl. I'm Jamie and you're on Gurl.com. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. I'm sure the biggest question is, do you have to use all of that stuff? No, you can definitely just buy a box of cake mix and pre-made sugar decorations. But then this wouldn't be a DIY. And then there'd be no need for this video, which means that there'd be no need for me. Yes, you need to buy all this stuff. Now go get bacon, yo. Not bacon pig bacon. I mean baking. I should have been more articulate. And there you snow. Not gonna do that one. Let's get cup tray. Cut.